Well, now we're back.
Check.
Episode 18. Episode 18.
All right. Welcome back. Left Bench, episode 18.
Woo! Yeah, that was good, Mike.
Today we are doing a NFC off-season outlook, going over all the moves that teams made this offseason.
And then obviously news.
And we got some big news that's happened, especially in the NFC too.
Especially in the NFC. And actually, I have the list first.
So do I.
First teams.
I have the same list.
Oh, okay. I'll fucking kill myself.
Don't say that on here.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll fucking unalive myself. I'll freaking unalive myself.
In the game of Minecraft.
Yeah, in a game of Minecraft. Yeah, sorry. Let me move this just up a little bit.
All right, you want to start with that?
Is that so bad? Is that so bad?
You want to start with them boys?
Yeah, let's. So honestly, I mean, great intro, Mike. How are you doing?
Good.
I feel like the people, they want to know you. You know, they want to know you.
Face to face a little bit.
A little face to face. Hoodie today.
Yeah, not jersey. I had to rep the national shapes.
The home team.
From 4 months ago, but you know.
Yeah, hey, the home team.
But we're here.
Listen, I'm still repping the NBA Finals runner-ups from a couple months ago. Except I'm running
Chinese James Harden.
Handsome Yang jersey. Handsome Mang.
Zhu Chi jersey. You remember him?
Yeah. Oh.
He played with our Rockets.
And he was drafted by the Bucks, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, fucking whatever.
But he played 19 games with the Rockets, and he was kind of nice. And then just never. He literally was out of the league after that.
Oh yeah. Not playing anymore.
Nope. I don't know what happened at all. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here about football.
Yeah.
Football.
Luka happened though, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, yeah.
On the way out.
We actually had our first football game of the season. Technically, if you want to get.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I know it's preseason. Trey Lance looked good.
He did.
Trey Lance looked good.
They didn't use him to throw as much.
Yeah, and honestly, let it it is a really shitty what if, because if he was developed right, he would have been something.
Yeah,
and you watch that and someone obviously just game managery stuff, but he would have say that would have been the beginning of his career. He would have developed into something. I don't know. It was kind of sad to just be oh damn, this could have been.
Yeah, I mean he knows he could.
I mean he's still young as hell, I think, right?
Yeah, he's 25 or 6.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean
so
it
could.
Something can happen. I mean, it didn't hit for Gino till 29. So,
exactly.
But yeah. Anyway, that was that. The number one thing that happened.
It's actually the first team we're gonna go after.
Yeah. So we have our NFC edition. We did AFC last week, but we have our NFC offseason edition. But while we were recording. The biggest news happened. Micah Parsons, of the first team we're going to cover, Micah Parsons just requested a trade from the Cowboys.
Yesterday,
I read the statement. Insane. This is a real deal, it feels like. Mike, can I lead you off with 2 questions? 1, can you explain what the fuck? 2, do you think he'll actually get traded?
I can't really explain much. I don't know. No. I do understand it, at the point of, you gotta pay your guys.
Yeah.
And again, I think I said this in the last episode with the whole Trey Hendrickson situation. You gotta get ahead of the market.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. And Jerry Jones is terrible.
And the fact that he was offered, a lot of guys are how he said, he was I was open to signing a deal. I know I'd leave money on the table. I was open to signing a deal. A lot of guys won't do that. A lot of guys do want to wait.
And he tried. He tried and tried his best to stay there. And again, like I said, Jerry Jones just isn't the greatest GM. He's also probably one of the worst, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But he didn't really go with what Parsons had planned, and then just made it wait too long. And now we're here. Now we're at the first few weeks of training camp. Now already the Hall of Fame game's been played. And now we're one of the top 5 edge rushers in the NFL is now requesting a trade.
Insane. I mean, so. I would say I have him probably at number 3 as an edge rusher.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he had a better season. I think he'll have a better season than T.J. Watt. But I'm not gonna. I would
rank. Watt's getting up there in age.
Yeah, I would rank him as the number 2 pass rusher right now. Honestly,
I saw Deshaun at the gym. He said that he's expecting T.J. Watt to fall off a little bit.
I
mean, I can see it. He also has injury issues.
Yeah.
Parsons has a little bit too, I think, last year. But like,
Yeah. See that he was like, he missed 6 games and he like missed 4 or whatever. But that's like, I just think, this has been obviously like malpractice. And how do you think he'll get traded? What do you think
I actually do think he'll get traded. I would be very surprised if it was an NFC team in general. Like, honestly, because like. Obviously, like the Giants and Eagles are like out of the question.
Yeah, everyone's like, he's from Philly.
He's from Philly.
The Cowboys will do everything.
He's from Philly and said he wanted to play with Abdul Carter. Like, has straight up said that. But like, they're not trading him
that
to
can't
either of those
happen.
teams. Now, if he wants to sign with all of those teams, whatever. That's another year from now, I think.
And whoever gets him in the trade, I still think this might just be a real nasty holdout situation. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a holdout, franchise tag, all that disgusting mess or whatever.
Yeah. My first thought would have been the kind of like the Myles Garrett situation where it was like, oh yeah, I'm requesting a trade, and then they just fucking paid him basically. Not overpaid him, but like, you know.
They
kind of overpaid Myles Garrett.
Historically paid him.
Yeah. And you're like, well, I can't refuse that, so you're going to take it. But like,
the thing that does suck is just like in the NFL, you do have zero leverage. You can get double franchise tagged, So it's like it's really just like the holdout is what you have to do. If I had to guess, I do think the deal gets done. I think this is like massive.
My hope is that it doesn't.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, it's also just like on the table that like the second best edge rusher in the league just gets traded for like 3 first-round draft picks, which like that would probably be the price it would probably be two and a player. It would probably have to be an AFC team. I don't know if you saw that the Raiders were the number 1 in the running.
I mean,
that would be insane with him and Max Crosby.
Money with Christian Wilkins
that would be insane. Pending the Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, well, he's gone regardless.
Yeah, but just the money, like obviously, like just freeing it up. Very interesting. Yeah, I think the Cowboys are in shambles. And then we'll talk.
That's got me excited.
That has Mike excited. The whole NFC is kind of in shambles right now. But yeah, real quick before we get into them, how does this affect the Cowboys also? Like if you're missing Micah Parsons, whether that be hold out for 6 weeks, traded away, or like just drama in general. Where do you like what like? I just want to discuss this before we discuss their offseason.
Well, if he stays in the drama, like stays around with them a little bit, I think it does hurt a lot of these guys. Yeah. There was some drama like regarding guys like Chauncey Golston and then DeMarcus Lawrence when they left, and it was kind of like there were some like shots thrown at the Cowboys. Yeah. And then, I think it'll kind of go to the rest of the team a little bit and start like rubbing off badly because it's just like. They're not taking care of their guys. They overpaid Dak, and now you're kind of looking back at that and you're like, fuck, this is kind of just ruining everybody
Overpaid
else's.
Dak did not get ahead of the market for CD when they could have.
That's another problem, too. And then now you're at this where you've got your best player, honestly.
Yeah.
And you just kind of don't have him at this point,
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe something gets resolved.
And I was really excited about some of their defenders this year, like Ezaraku. I thought he was going to be really fun with like being like kind of like a number 2 edge rusher on the team. Yeah. Because I thought he was a first-round pick in my opinion. I liked his pass rushing juice and his potential, and then just the fact that he went to a team where it's like but like you're not the main focus. That harms him so much out the gate. For those of you still holding like the Mozzie Smith stock, which I kind of am too. Like I just like that's gonna hurt. It's just gonna hurt everyone across the line. Obviously, who in their who's out for the season? Who's that motherfucker that hurt himself? Tyler Guyton. Yeah. No. He's not.
He's not for the year.
The one DB. I'm blanking. Anyway, but fucking like just all across the board, their defense hurts in general. But yeah, the other news, we're going to cover the Cowboys offseason first, aside from this Micah Parsons thing now. The other news was the Terry McLaurin trade request, and we're going to get to that when we discuss the Commanders. Real quick, just before we finally get into the Cowboys, Mike, give me 2 Micah Parsons teams.
The obvious one's the Raiders. I think that was the one that I'm like... If he does get traded, then like I said, it's an AFC team. I think they're like the odds obviously do that too, but they're the ones that are favored, and I believe that they probably have the money to as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the one spot. 2, I don't know. Like, it's just such a weird, like, you don't see this where, like Luka, like the Luka trade.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same thing. It's like you don't just randomly trade your best player. Which now, obviously, this is a different situation than Lucas was. But, like, it's just so weird to think that, like, because especially if you were to say Luka was going to get traded, you would not have thought the Lakers one bit.
Yeah, no.
Like, they have 2 aging superstars and just a bunch of not promising young players.
Do you think the Cowboys, I mean, so given their situation, given Jerry Jones and, aging situation, we're going to get into a mortality case right here, but do you think they would want, like, draft picks? Like, if you're Jerry Jones, you're like, I don't know how much longer. Like, you want players? You want win-now players? Like,
I would be looking at, like, I'd be looking for, like, a high-quality edge rusher. I mean, like, if you could... I don't
like Micah Parsons or something like that.
Parsons. But, like, just somebody to, like, replace him.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then, like, also get your money's worth in, like, picks, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of what exactly, though. It's just such a weird, like... Because, like, it's funny, because the one team I'm thinking of is the Giants, because they have the surplus of edge rushers. But, like, I will never see that happening.
Yeah.
So...
Do you know what? Actually, never mind. I was going to say... There's no world where the money makes sense. I was like the Bengals, if they trade,
I was thinking that
if they trade Hendrickson, this would have to be.
They'd have to get rid of like
every. It would be insane.
So big.
But anyway. So Mike, do you want to finally get into the Cowboys off season?
Yeah.
No more doom and gloom.
Yeah, they had some weird.
They had so very very interesting moves. First one to start off with is the George Pickens, which I am generally optimistic about. I remember I floated a trade proposal. Do you remember George Pickens to the Raiders?
Was that in the draft thing?
Yeah, in our mock draft. I knew he was on the move at some point.
Which sucks, honestly,
but I think it's everything kind of has like a cloud over it with the Micah situation, but I do think this CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens receiving core is really going to be nice for Dak. And I think George Pickens, and I don't mean this personality wise, I just mean this in general, is like the perfect receiver for them. Yeah. Just it's like a go ball guy, an elite go ball guy. Like he is probably the best go ball wide receiver. Go up and get it. And CD is like he can do that, but CD is just one of the best receivers in the league. He has
all of that.
Ridiculous route running, can just get open. He gets doubled at an insane rate. So now that can't happen because George Pickens needs to be doubled. You can't just leave him on an island with a cornerback unless it's Azariah Thomas because we love him.
And then you can't leave them. You can't double both of them and then leave Paris Campbell open. So
no Paris Campbell shade as a Colts legend.
He put it for the Giants. It was ass. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is so funny. I'm not even playing. You blew that because I wanted to get into that so bad.
Oh, sorry.
Do you think he does anything? No. Yes. No.
Wait. Do they have Brandon Cooks still?
No. He's gone.
Where'd he go?
I forget. I think he just signed, by the way. And then also one thing, the Cavante Turpin deal. They extended him, but he has like a speeding ticket or something.
Oh, like the Saints. Oh.
Yeah. Cavante Turpin. What do you know the situation with him? Like, is he gonna be chill?
I don't know, look it up real quick, but I didn't really. I saw this earlier, and then I was just like. He's a kick returner. I didn't care that much.
Yeah, well,
he's one of the better
as
ones.
a receiver 3, he kind of has some juice, I think, potentially. Which I don't know. I just think, I don't know. They have pieces.
July 6th, he was arrested for a gun and marijuana charges.
Okay, I think he'll figure that out.
No, he's back at practice, so I'm assuming he's already got it figured out.
Yeah. Oh, and then one thing also. Speaking of getting ahead of the market, the Oso Odighizuwa contract was beautiful. Like I think they did that. Like why don't they just do that like normally? Like I don't know. Like they got him on like a deal almost. I feel like.
Why don't you do that for your best player?
Yeah, it's really weird. They signed Kenneth Murray, who he might be cooked for. It might be cooked. They got him in a trade. I think he might be. They cleaned up a lot of players. Like you can tell Jerry Jones just is like really lazy about because these are guys that are like high profile draft picks.
He's looking out there
like washed it. Like they got Kyer Elam, the Bills guy. They got Peyton Turner, the one Saints first round pick. Like a lot of former first round picks. One thing I do really like that they did, aside from the draft, which I do like their draft actually, but them getting Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Like I know it's jokes how they just completely avoided the.
Kyrie Elam, by the way.
Oh yeah, Florida. But they completely avoided running back last year and it bit them in the ass, and they had Ezekiel Elliott playing for them. But truly, like I do think Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders is a respectable committee, I guess. Yeah. Now, obviously, we want to talk about complete offensive line reboot with Zach Martin retiring, and then obviously just from like a year ago, Tyron Smith and everything. It's just like the offense. I think it might be a lot to overcome, honestly.
And now Guyton's out for like 6 weeks, I think, too. Now. So
yeah, it's
first few weeks
the first few weeks, yeah, and like you have Dak who has injury history. You know, I don't want to go there, but. Before we, get into that, also, so they drafted Tyler Booker, who I really liked. I like the pick a lot. I was really pulling for the Colts to get Booker. I think he's a really good run. Might need some work on pass protection, but right away just nasty mauler up front. And then Ezeraku, who I loved. I was a big Ezeraku guy. I thought for sure I tied him with a lot of late first round teams and then picking him up when they did. I think he has a lot of juice. Now, if he's playing with Micah Parsons, I think it's over. I think he's a really good pick. Siobhan Revel, I didn't do much looking into him. You liked him? I couldn't remember.
One of the bigger corners.
Yeah.
He had a little bit. I think he missed a lot of.
He's built a little weird, right?
Yeah. Bigger, but he missed a lot of the season last year due to injuries, obviously. And then he was just he was high up on draft rankings early on in the year, and then got hurt, and then just kind of fell off that. Goes to he went to a lower tier school, I guess.
Yeah.
Carolina, so your comp's going to be a little bit of a question mark too. But 6'2", 194.
Yeah.
See what you got.
Of course.
Kind of the
third round. Also, but third round,
yeah.
You and me had him. I don't know if we had him in the first round, but we talked about him potentially in the first round with picks. So no, I think they got good value. And then Jaden Blue is a big boom or bust type pick or whatever, just because real shot that he's just buried in the backfield. But there's also potential for him to get a lot of juice.
And then again, my boy Shamar James.
Yeah, bro. No, yeah, they love Florida. Another also, speaking of washed first rounders, they got Dante Fowler back. Dante Fowler Jr. Just really interesting offseason. That being said, man, I mean, with all Joe Milton, just with all the turmoil this season, the front office situation, I don't like this team at all.
I don't either. I think they're gonna really struggle in the trenches a little bit, especially with Parsons out.
Yeah.
I think getting Osa on the re-signing him, that's a nice one. But Dante Fowler's past his prime. Obviously the Micah Parsons thing, like I said, that's gonna really cause an issue. And then on the offensive line, you've got to hope Tyler Booker just is that guy. Yeah. To really replace Zach
And that's
Martin.
a big bet right away.
And you've got to know that you're not getting Zach Martin.
Yeah,
not for the first year or two, probably.
Probably 5, but
or ever, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's just especially in the division they're in, where they have to deal with the Giants and Eagles defensive lines now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna get spooky.
It's gonna get spooky. And don't sleep on who's the commander signed that one 49ers guy?
Hargrave?
No, not Hargrave. The guy that they tried. Oh, Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Kinlaw. Fucking. No, it's just the thing about the Cowboys is rain, sleet, or snow. They've had
Now they got Von Miller too.
Oh yeah, no, there might be some juice there, bro. Yeah. Rain, sleet, or snow. They've always had a good offensive line, for as long as I can remember. And just the fact that you take away that variable now is actually spooky. That shit is spooky. It's really interesting. But yeah, anyway, before I want to skip around actually. I want to skip to the Commanders just so we can get straight into the Terry McLaurin news right away. I just want to address this. We'll talk your teams after, Mike, but
teams.
What?
Teams?
Sorry, your team. Sorry. Wait, you're not an Eagles fan too? Hey, cut that. Fucking.
Don't
So,
plug out my name.
number one thing is just I want to talk about the absolute mismanagement that this Terry McLaurin thing is. Because first of all, you have Deebo Samuel. I know it's one deal, like 1 year or whatever. The fact that Terry McLaurin, who's been with the franchise through everything, I remember. There's a point where the Washington football team has nothing, but they have Terry McLaurin. That's it. He was literally the only thing they have. You should be jumping at the chance to sign him. I get it. All like the 30-year-old, all this, blah, blah, blah. You want to pay him a bunch, like you don't want to have to pay him long term. You should be jumping at the chance to sign this motherfucker. And I cannot believe that they're letting this drag out like this. And man, if Jaden Daniels heads into his second year when you're supposed to be, you improve the offensive line, but you're supposed to be maximizing his rookie deal. The fact that Deebo Samuel's his wide receiver 1 right now.
Dude, their receiving core is going to probably look like Deebo, KJ Osborne, and Michael Gallup.
Noah Brown.
That's fucking disgusting.
Awful. I mean, it's insane. Like, I know they were like really liked Zach Ertz last season and stuff. So like he's obviously a receiving threat as well. But it's just, I mean, it's malpractice of a franchise, and it's just like right when you think they're doing good, you can't let him leave the building, and if you do, it's disgusting. He's from Indianapolis, wink, wink. Anyway, I won't do any more speculating. But Mike, but actually, I do want to ask you: do you think he'll get traded? Do you think they get the deal done? And if so, what teams?
For him, I think more likely. I think it's the kind of like the Garrett situation. I brought up earlier, is that he's just going to hold out and then get signed at some point. They'll finally give in. Because they're going to look at Jaden Daniels, especially if Jaden Daniels puts any say into this as well.
He's got to put some pressure on him.
Which he has to.
Yeah. Because it
could
be a bad season.
Because you won Rookie of the Year, and then you're going to run into Deebo Samuel, who's just fat and like out of shape.
Yeah.
And just like KJ Osborne and Michael Gallup are like, they're like more like receiver 3, 4 kind of tier guys. Now you're like almost depending on them.
Also, did you see that reporter revealed that Deebo Samuel like jammed his finger in front of him and he like wasn't supposed to tell anyone, and then he's like, and asked for a fist bump, and Deebo was like,
Jesus fucking
it was hilarious.
Yeah, but I just can't.
That was a good interruption.
Sorry, I just don't find any confidence with that receiving core.
Yeah.
The running back core still wasn't really the greatest. I like Brian Robinson, but he's just not like.
But in a draft that you could have, just thrown a dart at the fucking dartboard.
There was a lot of running backs.
I was confused why they didn't.
I mean, Ollie Gordon went like in the 5th round or whatever it was.
Yeah, like just shoot a shot, man. I don't know. I was really that was a discouraging thing as well. And like I do want to get in the draft because I actually do like a decent amount of it. But
I do want to bring up one more person. Their offense, though, they did get the big move with Laramie Tunsil as well.
Yeah,
which like kind of just robbed the Texans.
Overall, improved their offensive line.
Their offensive line's always been an issue, and now you have your franchise guy. You need to protect him. So
who's that guy that got injured in the playoff game? He's coming back. You know what I'm talking about? When like I was like, oh, like they might beat the Eagles, and then their guard was injured. I was like, oh, never mind. They're gonna get their shit ran through. But they got Connerly also in the draft. But get like that's like the good part of like working around the rookie deal, like signing big contracts for the up front. But just the fact that they haven't maximized weapons at all as well. I mean, like if Terry McLaurin walks, that's sacrilegious, man.
It's again gonna be.
Herbig was a good signing too.
Sam Cosme's your.
Yeah, Cosme, who I'm talking about. But no, I on their offense, like, I just like the only thing I really like. Obviously, they extended Hurts on a 1-year deal, which pretty favorable. Honestly, it's like up to $9 million in incentives, not bad at all. You added wide receiver depth, which I do like. You let De'Ami Brown walk, which I kind of don't love, but KJ Osborne, Michael Gallup, Noah Brown, like that's a solid core of like having a lot of receiver depth.
Yeah.
And then Deebo could potentially only be receiver depth as well. You need McLaurin, you need someone like that. So, I don't think he walks. I would be blown away if he does leave. Mike, if he does, do you have any teams?
See, this is one a little more realistic. I think actually the Colts would be like a big one, like you said.
Yeah.
I know you're just kind of fucking around, but at the same time, I think it's like a real thing. Because again, he's in this area, like the Midwest area. Went to Ohio State, and
from Indianapolis. Went to Cathedral.
Yeah, and then you've got like, I can't really, off the top of my head think, but like, some team will like like the Bears maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
Like just teams that like just need to get their, especially these younger quarterbacks guys.
Yeah.
Like the Patriots, even they have a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Too, so like that's another one you could really spark some interest there. But it's just like a weird situation where like you've got your guy, he's been through the thick and thin.
Mm-hmm.
He went through the Dwayne Haskins, the Taylor Heineke years, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like now you're like, oh, we have a quarterback one.
Yeah. Well,
Don't pay the receiver.
Yeah.
And
it's
also
insane.
like now you've lost they lost Jonathan Allen too.
Yeah.
That's a big one on defense. They lost. I mean, Dante Fowler, like we said earlier, has not been great, but like. And then you lose St. Juice and Jeremy Chin last year too.
Yeah.
You lose both of those guys.
Losing a lot of identity.
And both of their kickers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now on defense, they did do some interesting things. So they re-signed Cleveland Farrell, who had like a pretty like low key like productive season for them last year. Von Miller, I like the signing on a cheap deal. Just see if he has anything. He wasn't the complete disaster last year that his contract suggested for everyone. I like re-signing Bobby Wagner. Noah Igbanani or whatever his name is. He's pretty good. I like him. And then Jonathan Jones, the former Patriots corner,
former MMA fighter.
Yeah, John Jones. Yeah, they got him. But they signed Matt Gay, the Colts.
They did get a kicker.
Yeah,
okay.
He was not worth the money that we gave him. But
he's our guy to fuck with now, I guess.
Yeah. So, I just think. Also, my phone's just tweaking the fuck out, which is
awesome.
Which is really hot. Yeah, red flag. But yeah, I honestly like on defense. I don't think they added enough.
No, they lost a lot.
Now, one thing I do want to talk about is their draft. I like Trey Amos in the second round pickup. Obviously, I love the Connerly pick. They didn't have too much draft capital this year, so it matters a lot on what you did. They did take Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt in the 7th round, the running back. So they did throw one dart at the dartboard, to be fair.
But let's be real.
Yeah. They got Jalen Lane, which I don't know. They have so many receivers, but I don't know if you don't have McLaurin, it doesn't matter.
One of them's gonna fuck around and be the one this year.
Yeah, but no, I like Trey Amos picking up in the second round. I like Connerly a lot. Yeah. So outside of those, I just don't think you did enough on defense to make a huge change.
Yeah, I'm scared of they're not scared. You know how I'm a Giants fan, so I'm not scared.
Yeah.
But I would be worried if their defensive line is just not what it won't be what it was last year. I would expect, especially losing Jonathan Allen to the Vikings.
Yeah.
You kind of have to hope the offense can make up for it a little bit, kind of like how the Bengals do.
Yeah.
But potentially losing Terry McLaurin does not help that fucking situation either. So let's just, they got to hope and pray that Jane Daniels is more protected a little bit this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
And
there's more magic, I guess.
And receivers step up. Because right now it's I'm going to use this term again. It's looking spooky.
It is looking spooky. Speaking of spooky, Mike, I think it's time to talk about your New York Giants.
Hell yeah.
Mike, it feels almost as if the Red Sea is parted for you guys right now.
I cited
the Micah contract and the McLaurin contract. I'm going to let you take the floor to start off on this one. I do have some opinions on you guys as well.
First of all, I'm very happy that they didn't fumble the bag with the draft a little bit and actually went, which Joe Shane, I'll give him his credit, has actually been a very good drafter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's had the one draft in 23, where you don't know what you have with Deontay Banks a little bit.
Yeah.
But some of the other guys were kind of just bad, kind of out of the league or whatever. But 22, 24, and 25, these drafts have been great.
Could have potentially whiffed on Thibodeau and Neal in the... Thibodeau's not that good.
And, Neal is also...
really bad.
He's looking apparently really good at guard. They moved him to guard this offseason, and he's looked pretty good.
Okay.
So, which I've been fucking yelling for 2 years for them to move him to. But that's one thing that I really am happy that they've done, is that they've actually taken advantage of his size, because he's a huge man, and just move.
Yeah.
He's too slow to play tackle. So you kind of had to shift him in, which helps. You got Illuminor on the right side. He's good enough. Mm-hmm. And then Andrew Thomas, if he can stay healthy, is very good on the left side. That's a good offensive line, I think, that has been better than the years past.
Yeah.
And then,
no injuries. They were really injured last year.
And then, really revamped the quarterback room this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson, Jameis Wilson. Jameis Winston. They re-signed Tommy DeVito.
Woo!
And then obviously the big draft pick in the 20. Fuck, what the fuck?
25.
25, yeah. Wait, is that pick or year? I need the pick. I forget what pick it was.
It might have
been 28 or something like that.
It might have been 26.
I forget. But you know what? Jackson Dart, really just stacked up a lot of bodies in the quarterback room. Obviously, one's hopefully going to be the one for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really confused on like what they're going to do with that. If one's going to get traded or something like that, DeVito just gets cut, whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll see about that. And then you re-sign Darius Slayton, which honestly I kind of liked. He's been one of the steadier guys in this receiving room. He's not a 1, but now you don't need to worry about him being a 1 with the league.
Yeah, he's a really good 2.
He's a really good 2. Got him on a 3-year, 36. Not anything crazy.
The Saquon money.
Yeah.
The Saquon contract.
And then, re-sign Greg Van Roten, another guard, just to stack up bodies. And then, obviously, the other big draft pick with Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
I'm very fucking excited about that.
No notes.
I'm very excited about him. He's looked really good in camp. He's literally just been like, they've moved him all over the place, which he's played, like we said, I think. I said something, or no, you said something to me yesterday. He was like, he's played off ball before.
Yeah.
I've seen him line up in the middle as like a tackle, but like and
just disguising him everywhere.
Yeah, just like running right through or right over or just whatever, spinning around guys. Just looked really good.
I don't know if I like him, like as like a person. The whole, the LT thing.
Oh.
Sir, you're an idiot.
No, I know. But
that's probably
I think
good.
it's just really
Micah Parsons is a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's just really like him trying to be a character. It's just not like.
Yeah.
It does rub like
that
certain Giants fans.
You got to be really good in New York to be a character.
Yeah, like it rubs certain Giants fans wrong. Where you're like, why are you trying to get his number? It's like, dude.
Yeah. You're just a fucking guy.
It's like he's just looking up to him. Can we calm down?
Now, Mike, here's what I want to talk about. This is the thing that does truly excite me. I am very excited for you guys' defense. First thing I want to get into is that Paulson Adebo contract. You got him, maybe the slightest overpay, but that being said, he's the only disgusting one. I fucking love the Javon Holland deal, and I think Paulson Adebo is a very serviceable corner. Javon Holland, I was very surprised that you guys swooped him up. Obviously, we talk about Xavier
I think we were
McKinney.
on FaceTime when I called it.
Yeah. We were talking about that. Picking up Chauncey Golston also, a depth piece. I really like that.
And Roy Robertson Harris as well.
Yes, some great depth pieces. Your defensive backfield's looking good. You have Drew Phillips, who I like. You just have more than solid defensive backfield, and then obviously just NASCARs up front heading to the fucking quarterback.
I'm so excited.
I mean, you have Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter off the edge, Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge, Brian Burns off the edge. And I mean that's just like it's a wet
pending
dream.
Christian Wilkins.
Pending Christian Wilkins. But no, I was higher on Darius Alexander than you were.
I like him. I'm just
honestly we don't know until love your draft almost up to down. I was really big Mbao guy, the Purdue guard.
Yeah, Cam Skattebo,
who I think there's a lot of hype on him. I don't know if he takes away Tyrone Tracy's.
I don't know.
Carries they've been talking about.
I think they're just gonna split time.
Yeah,
and if someone really someone just elevates way higher than the other one, give them the one spot. But it's kind of it is weird that they drafted another running back when you kind of saw Tyrone Tracy last year and went, yeah, he could be a 1, he could be good, but he's just a little older.
Yeah, but no, I really and then obviously I'm not a Jackson Dart guy, but I like the process, and I don't think you gave up too much for him at all. He was the 25th pick, so I was right.
25th. I wasn't.
But yeah, and then obviously, man, just this could be a gap year. You have the toughest schedule. You still have the Eagles. There's a lot of variance with the Commanders and the Cowboys, so I'm not writing you guys off like I did a couple months ago. And then your defense is truly scary. I mean, if there's not going to be enough, how in an NBA team, there's not enough minutes, not enough time for the ball. There's not going to be enough quarterback to hand around for this defensive line. So it's going to be really fun to just see if you guys truly are just 2 seconds to the quarterback right away, and how fast can you guys get to the quarterback? It's gonna be really fun. You guys do have Okereke still, who I really like.
Micah McFadden as well. I really like him as well.
I'm just really bullish on your guys' defense. Offense, the story. Injured offensive line. I'm still not a believer in really anybody aside from Malik Neighbors on that offense. Honestly, I like Tyrone Tracy at times. Malik Neighbors is awesome. I do think he's going to be amazing. But then that being said, Darius Slayton is a good too, but I don't know. Like Jalen Hyatt might just be a wash. Wan'Dale Robinson, you and me were talking about. It's like I don't really even know much about him just from watching his whole career. I'm just like, is he something? Is he not something?
He's just like a third down. Like I'll catch the ball. He's like Tyler Lockett. He'll catch it, drop it to the ground.
Yeah, without the quarterback play that Tyler Lockett got, and then also without the efficiency. So
what do you mean? You got Russ Wilson.
I have no idea. Yeah, well now he has. Now he truly will be Tyler Lockett.
Yep.
But yeah, anything else on your boys, Mike?
I'm just really would like to see a sort of a jump from Jalen Hyatt. Maybe actually having a steady quarterback that can throw the deep ball would really give unlock him a little bit. I'm not saying put up 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns or something like that, but just show me something. I'm just I need that. Him and John Michael Smith. I forgot about him. He's one that I've really. It's that the second and third round picks in that draft just have been really underwhelming, and I need to see flashes that really, really give me some hope in that, with those two, because I just they can be really big key pieces if they can just level up to the guy Hyatt was the Bolitnikoff winner, and then just got shoved into a weird receiving room with no quarterback.
Yeah, I was high on him.
I loved that pickup, and then they just kind of wasted him a little bit. But
all right,
that's what Daniel Jones does, I guess.
All right, Big Mike. Now time to talk about your Eagles.
Fuck out of here.
So first of all, I just want to talk about the Saquon Barkley extension. Really, just kind of like a raise. They I guess there's math with incentives and everything, but just kind of like a raise. You signed AJ Dillon. Terrace Marshall, who I refuse to give up on. I actually do like him.
I've always liked him.
Kylan Granson, who I've given up on, the Colts tight end. But then also you have the Lane Johnson extension for one more year through 2027. I just love that, reassurance that he's playing longer. And then don't sleep on the Kenyon Green pickup. I'm sorry. I know that it really was just a dump CJ Gardner-Johnson. But I mean, you saw it with Mekhi Becton, who was nothing. He might just be something. He was awful last year, but this is just a team that plays well.
Their offensive line coaching has just been phenomenal these last few years. So I think that Kenyon Green's shown flashes before.
Yeah, 2 years ago he was seen as maybe
he was a solid player, but now obviously you're coming off that fucking god awful
horrible season. Yeah,
and now you're oh well, they're gonna take him low and then just turn him into fucking god, I guess. So we'll see what happens, but.
A lot of taking care of your guys and then adding in the draft. One, you got the Bond extension. And one thing I do want to talk about is the Azeez Ojulari pickup, who, from the Giants is I'm surprised that they got him as low as they did. Really weird. I thought his market was going to be huge.
His market was probably that because he's just never healthy.
Yeah.
It's it's been the whole story the 4 years we had him was it's just. He's really good. Oh, he just fucking hurt his hamstring.
Yeah.
Dude, he'll get a sack and hurt himself. And I'm okay. Well.
I'm interested in what he could be. Josh Uche, who had was a little bit disappointing last year, and then obviously you take care of Cam Pryor, you take care of Zach Bond.
The Zach Bond extension's a huge one too.
Yeah, you just you take care of your guys. Now, one thing, they're a team that I do want to talk about departures a lot. So the big one, Kenny Pick. No, I'm playing. So the big one, in my opinion, is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Darius Slay, Isaiah Rodgers, and James Bradbury. That's four of your defensive backfield. I know that they drafted and replaced it with Cooper DeJean.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Quinyon Mitchell, is amazing. Those guys look really good. I just don't know, losing that many guys in the backfield, I feel there will be some blowback to that.
Yeah, it's really going to, there's going to be more lenience, or there's more leaning on the younger guys now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to really hope Cooper DeJean. Well, Cooper DeJean looked really good last year, but he wasn't, the one. Well, he probably was the one or two. I think Quinyon's probably. I think he's the better one out of the two, if I'm being honest. But it's just you're putting a lot of pressure on year two guys.
Yeah.
Instead of just
yeah, which is what you drafted him for. Yeah. Save the money. You lose Milton Williams, who we're about to see if Jalen Carter is that, which he is that, but like is he that now? You know what I'm saying? Did he make Milton Williams good?
Is he actually like better than Dexter Lawrence, like you say?
Yeah. Fucking and then they lost Josh Sweat, and so I mean those Bryce Huff, who like kind of was nothing, but that's not nothing. Like I think that's they lost a lot of guys, and if you're an Eagles fan, you're hoping they lost the right guys. Anything on those departures before we get into the draft for theirs, Mike? Because I really like their draft.
I think one of these big departures that I'm actually like interested to see is like how they lost Micah Becton, so like I think that's one that I'm like interested to see.
He played really good last year.
Because they just turned him into like an actual very good guard, and now you're just kind of playing the same game again.
Hoping you can do it again.
Plug in and see if he's gonna develop into what you did with Becton with Green. You're gonna try that with Green now. So like, I kind of see what they do there. I mean, they lost Brandon Graham. He retired. He's older, so like I guess. Yeah. But, like,
and they didn't really have him towards the latter half of the season. Yeah.
He was. Also, if they didn't have him the whole season, didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then Gardner Johnson was also kind of like he didn't really have a great year either. Obviously, so like I think losing him's not the biggest.
Solid year from Slay and Bradbury though. So those are like good players that you're just hoping DeJean and Mitchell are those guys, and then obviously you added Makuba, who's one of my favorite players in the draft. Like now that we're just getting into the draft, I love the Jihad Campbell pickup. I know he's gonna take some time, from what I'm hearing. He's got I think it was a labrum or something like that, but like either way, I think he's gonna you have Bond and everything. Jihad Campbell can just take out the middle of the field, man. Like it's just insane how good at coverage he is. We could look at him being like in like a year be like, oh, he's like a perfect linebacker. Like he is so good. And getting him at 31 obviously with the trade situation. And then Andrew Makuba. So you spend 1 and 2 on defense, which you needed to do because your offense does hum when it's looking right. Yeah, so Makuba, adding Makuba to that defensive backfield, who I love Makuba, man. I love his coverage. I love his instincts, his hitting ability. He's a great linebacker. Another pick I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Kyle McCord. They added a lot of offensive linemen who I don't really know about. I'm assuming they'll end up being good. One of the 3 that they added a center and 2 tackles. But I want to talk about Small Munden, the linebacker from Georgia. He obviously Eagles got a Georgia guy. He's a dog. Like he actually is a dog. He's more of like a run defender type guy. But just if he does become like he's probably a depth piece. From what you're looking at, you got Campbell, you have Bond. But like if he becomes what I think he can become, I mean that's nasty. Just getting him on a rookie deal.
And one that I've actually probably one of the steals of this draft is what I'm going to predict for this one. I don't know how he fell to the 6th round, but Antoine Powell-Ryland.
I know nothing about him.
Literally was like leading the FBS in sacks at one point.
Really? And that's that 7th? Oh, okay.
Virginia Tech 6th round pick. He literally just was, I know, kind of rated low. Grade wasn't great. But his output at Virginia Tech was especially this last season, was fucking great. I remember watching him, I think it was against Miami, I believe. He was just destroying their offensive line. Their left tackle was just not being able to fucking. Yeah. Cam Ward was scrambling every play basically, and Miami kind of got lucky that game because of a bad call.
They have guys like Jalix Hunt, they have just guys like that. We're just just go get the quarterback real quick. They do have diet Giants defensive depth,
And I think that'll help with Aziz, that should help Aziz's health a little bit too.
Yeah.
If you can just not rely on him as much.
Not to get so much burn from him.
Yeah, because you kind of had to do that with Kayvon being hurt sometimes too. So now you have Aziz just being able to sub in and out for other guys. That'll help him a little bit, Yeah. And
anything else?
No, I was just gonna say their coaching staff is just working devil magic on every side of the ball, so you can just hope and pray that they're just gonna fucking figure it out.
Yeah. So now, Mike, I'm gonna get to the Bears. I feel like we talked about them a lot this offseason. So I'll just briefly O-line revamp completely. Fixing what the fucking mess that their offensive line was last year. You get Ben Johnson in there. Obviously, we've talked about this in episodes. Getting a lot of Ben Johnson's weapons in the draft. But first, I want to talk about the Dayo Adengbo pick, the Colts edge rusher who had a lot of juice, man. Like, I really liked him. It's just like you can only get to the quarterback so fucking fast, man. Just because like the Colts backfield was horrible, man. It could never work, and he was kind of like buried in a committee. They got Devin Duvernay, who's not nothing, in the free agency, and they got Kyler Gordon. They got him on an extension, which I really like. Nick McLeod, but yeah, obviously on the Giants legend Nick McLeod, and then what I want to talk about a lot is their draft. They got, this was like a lot of, they did not address defense like I thought they would. This is a lot of Ben Johnson weapons, and like, let's just, play Ben Johnson football. Colson Loveland, great route runner, a lot of receiving ability. Luther Burden, who like might be on the burner for the year. I think he was kind of like DJ Moore incentive, kind of is like, hey, like this guy will take your spot. You better because he had a horrible attitude last year. You got Shamar Turner. You got Ozzie Trapillo, the Boston College tackle, who, will probably just turn into something on that O-line. But yeah, then Shamar Turner, the defensive tackle out of Texas A&M. I do like what they did this offseason, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if Caleb's ass. But any takes on that, Mike?
I think they did what they needed to do to help Caleb Williams. Kind of adding some weapons for him, like with Loveland and Burden. And then obviously you kept DJ Moore. You lost Keenan Allen, I believe, right? Yeah. So, like, he was good. He was okay. He's older now, so you're not going to get that much output from him. But you got Joe Tooney, which is a good move for trying to protect your younger quarterback again.
Yeah.
And then you drafted a lot of, like, guys just on the offensive side that can just, like, stack bodies and hopefully just end up being something, Yeah. Like, and Ben Johnson, hopefully it can just, like, kind of rekindle that magic that he had with Detroit.
Yeah.
And just turn.
It's a lot of toys for Ben Johnson. Yeah. I think it's going to be a fun season,
Yeah.
regardless, of record. I think it's just going to be fun.
Yeah, but now hopefully this doesn't go bad because we're going to get in the cycle again that they did with Justin Fields, where they just
is it his fault or is
keep
it not?
replacing coaches.
Yeah, very interesting.
And then they run out of coaches to blame and go, oh, now we'll get rid of you.
It's going to be a very interesting rookie year for Ben Johnson as a head coach.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be like a lot of expectations on a rookie head coach. It's going to be really interesting
when he's going to rely on a second-year quarterback.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that being said, a lot of TBD for the Bears. Now that we're going to get into the Detroit Lions. So, a lot of brain drain. The defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, gone.
And Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson gone, obviously. You re-signed Tim Patrick. You signed DJ Reed, which was a great pickup in my opinion.
And Kyle Allen.
Yeah, Kyle Allen. Big pickup, but he looked awful in the Hall of Fame game. Holy shit, he was horrible. He's got to be out of the league after that. You get Derek Barnes. Picked up Derek Barnes. I didn't know he might have a little bit more juice left in the tank. Zach Cunningham, very interesting. Actually, I didn't even know that one. But yeah, the DJ Reed pickup's like really nice. I think they added a lot of players to like fix this brain drain. I like Rocky Sin. He was weird on the Colts, but he's pretty good. Marcus Davenport, maybe he still has some juice in him. Just really deep defensively. That should be the goal. And obviously, like with how injured you were last year, apparently Hutchinson looks like back to normal again, which is really interesting. They drafted Tyleik Williams, who I thought was a reach, but I'm not gonna question Brad Holmes. Really interesting draft. They got Tate Ratledge in the second round, which just keep throwing fuel on the fire with that offensive line. Who retired? What was that motherfucker? What was his name? One of their offensive linemen retired. I'm blanking. But then you get Isaac Tesla, who they traded a boatload for some reason. Very interesting. Hold up, we're about to pull up the offense. Oh yeah, Kevin Zeitler left, and then Frank Ragnow retired. So you lost two really good offensive linemen. So, re-sign Dan Skipper, you draft Tate Ratledge and stuff like that. So, you're really just, you're really hoping that your core pieces lift this team up while everyone else tries to figure it out. Like, Amon-Ra St. Brown, your nasty receiving core, your running back weapons, your quarterback, and then like the defensive core pieces that you do have. And then obviously you're hoping for health.
Yeah, they got the extension done with Kirby Joseph, which is another good piece that they kind of locked up for another 4 years. I think their back end of their defense can be one of the better ones in this league, if I'm being honest. Like,
Yeah.
you get second year Terrigon Arnold,
Yeah.
see what that looks like.
He looked good. He showed flashes last year.
And then obviously you add DJ Reed, Rocky Sin.
Mm-hmm.
I love that name. I don't know
Yeah.
why. But, and then you've got Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph manning the back end. Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, over the top, it's just like very hard to get, like, go over those two.
Yeah,
And
it's really
Kirby
just, can
Joseph
you
is
stay
one of
healthy?
the best like ball hawks in the league.
Yeah.
So if you keep those two healthy, it's a very good like security blanket on the back.
Hard to
end.
stay healthy, tough division. That's the case against them. But the case for them, good team.
Yeah, but the case against them has never been an issue for them really.
Yeah.
Sometimes for
Yeah.
because they've kind of handled the division for the most part.
Yeah.
But who knows this year? Just shit happens. So.
Anyway, so we're getting into the Packers now. So they got Mecole Hardman, signed the 1-year deal.
Really lackluster.
Yeah, really different. I mean, you're really, with them, it's a lot of like, progression. Being a young team and everything, you're just hoping you progress. Nate Hobbs was a big pickup, who just got kicked out of practice. Just to let you know.
Not a big.
Yeah, not a big pickup. But yeah, then they extended Zach Tom. Good job getting ahead of that. He's a good tackle. Aaron Banks, that was a big signing for them. And then I kind of had like head scratch their draft. I was not a big Matthew Golden guy, as you may remember. And I honestly just see him being another receiver buried in that rotation, in my opinion. I just think, maybe he's special, but I don't know. He just seems like every other receiver they have. Anthony Belton, who I kind of liked in the second round, just keep adding to the offensive line fire. But then Savion Williams, boom or bust, man. He's built like a linebacker, but he's like got like top end speed. He's gonna be really interesting on that. Obviously, just keep adding receivers to that fucking team for some reason.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really interested in the Packers this season, obviously. And then you lose Jair Alexander. Who, you didn't really have too much of last season anyway. But, yeah, just really interesting offseason. Mike, anything on the Packs?
Yeah,
The Pack is back.
Yeah, I'm a little higher on Matthew Golden than you are. But at the same time, it's kind of like the Christian Watson type player.
Yeah.
Obviously, Christian Watson's been hurt a lot. So you kind of have to do something about that and just kind of, like, hope that, like, Matthew Golden can, like, replace that input.
Yeah.
That, like, Watson does give you when he's healthy. And, Mecole Hardman's kind of the same thing, just a deep threat. That's about it. He's one-dimensional as a receiver. You can kind of, he's kind of, just like the end-around kind of player. You just hand it off to him, basically.
Yeah.
But I like them locking up the two offensive linemen, and Tom and Banks. Tom's obviously an extension, but you know what I mean? Just like kind of reamping the offensive line for your young quarterback.
Yeah. And picking up in the getting Belton in the draft.
Yeah. And then, you kind of sneakily got Isaiah Simmons, which like didn't play much last year for the Giants, but at the same time, like he made some impact plays. Like he blocked that field goal against the Seahawks.
Really? I wanted the Colts to pick him up.
I've always liked him. He was who I wanted them to draft in that draft, and they passed on him for Andrew Thomas, which thank fucking God they did. But at the same time, like that's why I can't be a GM. That's the shit right there.
Yeah.
I was
like, dude, this guy's fast and cool.
Well, he was just like. He was literally, you play him anywhere. And
he was an interesting tweener.
He was really fun to watch. And then they took an offensive line. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the best.
The bookend tackle, yeah.
But I think it'll be an interesting. I don't see them winning like the division at all. Which I mean, again, they have the Lions to deal with. Yeah. But I think second's cool in the division. Yeah. You're win 13 games, win second.
Yeah. So. No, yeah. So onto the Vikings, who obviously real quick disclosure. I like their defense, everything. It all relies on McCarthy. None of this matters. They signed Jordan Mason. Oh no, they got him in that trade, and then re-signed Aaron Jones. So I really like that. Double-headed backfield. Getting Rondell Moore was a big pickup. And then revamping that offensive line, you drafted Donovan, Donovan Jackson. And then signing Will Fries and Ryan Kelly, basically just taking the strong part of the Colts O-line. and then I'm really interested in them picking up Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. I do think Hargrave might not have any juice left in the tank, but Jonathan Allen, I'm almost sure does. You lose Cam Bynum to the Colts. What's up?
So you traded 2 offensive linemen for a safety.
Yeah, but then you signed Byron Murphy to a bigger deal. Might have overpaid him. The Isaiah Rodgers pickup was lethal, man. They got him on a great deal. I think he was really good for the Eagles last year.
Okuda.
Jeff Okuda, yeah, and they also this is so funny. They extended Harrison Smith for 1 more year, so he's playing. I do think a lot of guys like Isaiah Rodgers, just being the normal part of the Brian Flores defense, just kind of take your man and do it. I really like their offseason. That being said, if JJ McCarthy sucks, none of it matters.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's kind of really pivoting on the quarterback play here. They lost KJ Osborne, so he lost another receiver that's he's solid.
Yeah.
But you have obviously got, I don't know, 1A or 1B receiver in Justin Jefferson. So it really just getting him the ball and hoping that run game's competent enough to really
Is Jordan Addison suspended?
I don't remember. That's where I'm
I think he's suspended 3 games, which is
well, that's a problem too. But pending Jordan Addison and then your steady receiver 1 and Jefferson, that offense is gonna be an interesting piece if McCarthy can't figure it out.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
you kind of gotta I don't even know, waste a year, I guess, and just see what you got next year. I don't know.
Which you don't want to do that with Jefferson and with all these pieces.
Which you did lock him up, so you kind of have some space to do that.
Yeah, it would suck to do that. One of the best receivers, in our generation. But yeah, fun team. That being said, it could all not matter. Holy shit, Mike, we have to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of what they did was in the draft. They didn't really have that much cap space. Them doing
dumbass trade,
the crazy trade. But that being said, you added 2 pass rushers. So Jalen Walker, who you and me were pretty high on. I can't remember if you were, but I was really high on Jalen Walker. And I was fairly high on James Pierce. I was not as high as the Falcons were on James Pierce, but I was high on James Pierce. So it's going to be interesting to see. There's a real shot that they, both of them do nothing, but you have pass rush juice. In theory, so you're really hoping Ruka, whatever the fuck his name is in the middle, Ruka or the fuck, I'm talking about the 2nd round pick from last year, but you're hoping he turns into something, and then you just hope that James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker are dogs off the edge, man. So TBD with the Falcons. It's gonna be really interesting. They had some players that are, they signed Mike Hughes. He's last year's draft. They got Kevin King. They extended some of their offensive linemen.
Rookie
yeah, my boy.
Aurora.
But yeah, it's gonna be awesome when he's really good, and then we have to say his name all the time.
Yeah, he wins. He's fucking all pro this year.
Sleeper pick. They got Xavier Watts in the 3rd round.
I was high on him. I really liked. I went into his I watched a lot of film on him.
I forgot you did like him.
I really fucking liked him. He was just I've forgotten a little bit, but it's just I'm very excited about heat-seeking safeties.
Yeah.
Guys kind of McKinney. Makuba I liked a lot as well. Where they can just go get the ball. Obviously, the coverage sometimes lacks a little bit with just heat seeking like that. But hits hard as well. Just the Derwin James types.
Boomer bust.
Yeah,
chess pieces on defense, kind of. But no, I think it really. So obviously it depends on Penix a lot, but I think he showed some juice. You have the pieces on offense. You have Kirk Cousins. Oh yeah, we're back as fuck.
All right,
Ball up top. Anyway, it just all that what I was trying to say is for the Falcons, it just all depends on if their edge rushers hit or not. Anyway, Mike, you want to get on to the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, I'm so excited about them.
You know what, Mike? Can I say something? I am excited about the Panthers. Truly. I think I'm not a big Ted McMillan guy, but I do think just adding him to that receiving core, which if Xavier Legette can fix his hands, is a good receiving core. I really like Coker. I really like that tight end Jatavion Sanders.
And they added Hunter Renfrow.
Which is basically just diet Adam Thielen, but they have Adam Thielen already, so that's awesome.
He could be better than that.
He could be better. their offensive line showed a big improvement last year, and then obviously Bryce Young showed big improvement last year. What's really riding on? Oh, my phone died, so I'm gonna have to do this off the dome. But what is really big for them is can Nick Scorton and Princely Umwenyelin or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, the Ole Miss edge.
Fuck.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the edge. They got both of them in the draft, and if those guys can end up being impact players on that horrible defense, obviously you have Derek Brown back for a year. You took care of J.C. Horn. Mike, dude, this is teamwork. This is why we're a team. We're a good team.
Oh, they got Trevor Etienne.
Yeah, Trevor Etienne, who is getting a lot of run for them apparently.
Fucking snake.
Jimmy Horn too.
Fucking snake.
Ooh.
Etienne, he was from Florida. He went to Florida and transferred to Georgia.
Oh, really?
Asshole.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. They got Trayvon Merrick, really good pickup for like their piss poor defensive backfield. Their safety play was awful. J.C. Horn was really like their only like
and they re-signed.
Yeah. So do your thing. Rico Dowdle, let's see. He'll probably cut into a lot of Chuba Hubbard's carries, which you're hoping for Chuba Hubbard's longevity's sake, because he already got paid. So what the fuck. But yeah, I think they're a big upside team, honestly, if their defense can be not the worst in the NFL.
It'll be 31st ranked.
If it's 31st ranked, dude, they're going to the fucking Super Bowl. That's how good Bryce Young was towards the back half.
My keys for them would be just like hope that defense isn't dog shit.
Yeah.
And Bryce Young again needs to take another jump.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you want that anyway with a young quarterback in his third year now.
Yeah.
Or was it third?
Yeah, third year.
Yeah,
huh.
Third year now. You kind of give him a little bit of some weird interesting pieces to work out with.
Yeah.
Like Hunter Renfrow and now Tet as well.
If McMillan is if he hits the ceiling of the jump ball, while being a good route runner, Kai, you got a real piece for him. Yeah. On top of a receiving core that has made strides. Coker's good. Xavier Legette just can't catch the ball, but he can do everything else really well. Jatavian Sanders, you have Tommy Tremble on the team and everything.
Legette can talk funny. He doesn't.
Yeah, he can talk really funny, and I think he also had sex with Glorilla. Just really interesting team. And then also, I do want to talk about. They did sign. Because they went after Milton Williams, and after they didn't get him, they went and got Bobby Brown, Patrick Jones.
Bobby Brown's alive?
Yeah, Bobby Brown the third. Patrick Jones.
Wait.
They're just their defense was so bad. Just adding people helps a lot, man. They got
bodies on the
Michael Jackson,
Bobby Brown and Mike Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Dude, they're doing something.
So yeah, real interesting team. Real interesting group of dogs.
It's actually a very funny name group.
Please don't tell me this is who I think. Okay, never mind. I thought that was the Nick Scott from the Colts. Oh, my bad, Mike. Do you remember Nick Scott from the Colts?
Not really, because I'm not a Colts fan.
He got injured a lot. Anyway, on to the Saints, and holy shit, Mike.
Yuck.
How do you want to talk about the Saints? You want to start off with the Saints?
First of all, I want to start off with a message to your brother.
Yeah.
Tyler Shaw is not better than fucking Dart. Don't start with me.
Oh, apparently he's having a bad training camp.
I'm not surprised. Anyway, Shaw ones. I don't want to hear it. Whatever the fuck is the sugar ones?
Yeah.
Anyway, they re-signed Brandon Cooks. Just
got him back. Big reunion.
Don't know really why, but
it could be a gap year.
Nostalgia,
for them.
I guess.
They have a good defense, I think. Still, a serviceable defense.
If you're gonna be bad, at least nostalgia.
Yeah, cool. At least nostalgia. Donovan Peoples-Jones. They
Dante
did get
Pettis. Oh my god.
Dante Pettis. Wow, nostalgia.
Giants legend.
Cam Jordan coming back for another season. Then also getting Chase Young. I thought Chase Young had a slept-on good season last year. And I do think getting him on a max deal, a lot of people are I think he's a good player. I think the Saints are just nothing to talk about. They lost the Honey Badger and then signed Julian Blackmon as a response to that, which was not the move. But Justin Reed was a good pickup.
I think you just had to put somebody there.
You did. I don't know I don't think Tyler Shook will be good. I do like the Kelvin Banks Jr. pick. I do think them I think they're doing the right thing and keep feeding their offensive line. It just hasn't worked out.
I'm also a big fan of the Devin Neal pick. Actually.
Yeah. He's got juice. Yeah.
I know Kamara. Kamara's obviously your one.
Yeah.
But you have had injury issues a little bit, which, he's hitting that age now. Oh my God, he's almost 30. Wow.
Yeah.
But he's hitting that age now where you're gonna start worrying about that even more. And Devin Neal, I think he tore up Colorado, I believe, which bad defense, but still. He's still, like you said, he's got some juice. He's a very fun player to watch.
I like Jonas Sanker a lot, too. The safety that they got. Really good pickup. That being said, man, I do think they'll be in contention for, Arch Manning if he comes out. They're just
yeah.
It's just, I just don't think they'll be good.
And that makes the
And if they do make the playoffs and lose in the wild card, in the long term, that's just worse, man. They got a life raft with the Derek Carr, just leaving them, and so they didn't have to deal with all that. But outside, man, I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
And
they're a nasty situation.
Especially if they do end up with the first pick, that makes the Tyler Shaw pick even worse because you wasted a second on him.
Yeah, but it'd be a new regime if they had the first pick, in my opinion. I know that their GM seems locked in, but I feel like a bad season like that, and no inspiring team in a long time.
I will say I do like Juwan Johnson. I know he's kind of a weird.
He's a TikToker,
but he's just a steady target a little bit for whoever the fuck's playing quarterback at this.
He's aesthetic as fuck.
He is aesthetic, but
All right, Mike. On to the Buccaneers.
Another Florida guy, Kyle Trask.
Kyle Trask, Florida legend.
Finished, I think, 4th or 5th in Heisman voting in 2020.
Really? No shit.
Yeah.
Good on him.
I don't know how, to be honest.
Good on him, man. He'll never play.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's
going to keep getting resigned.
Up these $2 million deals. What a guy, huh?
Stack your
so
pape.
First of all,
getting
stack your pape, Kyle Trask. Chris Godwin on a 3-year deal, which kind of at the time I was like, oh, he did take less money to stay with them. But I think the injury might be pretty bad. They took Ibuka in the first round. And it seemed like he's getting up there already. It seemed like they kind of did him a favor, but I don't know. We'll just see. You get Hassan Reddick, which is a team who hasn't had a true one on the edge in a long time. It's going to be really interesting to see if he can finally be that guy.
What do you mean? They had 9-finger Jason Pierre-Paul.
You are right. They did have 9-finger JPP.
Which, Giants, re-sign him, please. For some reason, I just want it.
Oh, okay. They re-signed Levante David.
Yeah.
Big time. Anthony Walker has some juice. I actually did like him on the Browns. We'll see. Kendall Vildor.
I haven't heard that name forever.
Where was he before?
I don't know.
I don't know. But you have your a lot of receiving depth on top of re-signing and I mean going and grabbing Ibuka. So I really like the Ibuka pick. I think
he's also apparently been one of the favorite targets for Baker.
Really?
In training.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's a really good receiver. You lost Tryon Shrinka. You lost Shaq Barrett. So, Robert Haney, obviously you lost, which does kind of suck. And then you're hoping Graham Barton takes a jump. But, they did they did get Benjamin Morrison in the second round, which, who was, plagued with injuries or whatever. But, me and Mike were like, oh, yeah, I want the Bills to take him late because he could be really good. So I do think he could be really good, having, another guy in the defensive backfield. And you got little Tez Johnson on your team. So that's plus 10 aura points.
Yeah, he's going to be – Tez is, an interesting one.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's very fucking tiny. He
Yeah.
weighs less than both of us. And he's
Really?
He's 150. I'm just fat right now, but yeah.
Whoa.
He's 150 pounds.
Wow.
Which, obviously, in the NFL, you're hoping he gets his weight up. And you have Desmond Watson, who you're hoping gets his weight down.
Yeah, if you could give him some of that. Yeah,
they're
everyone's
not
on Twitter is I feel so bad for him. He's I don't know. He's making a lot of money just to lose a couple
he's
of
not
pounds.
even making that much money. He's a fucking backup.
He's making more money than you and I combined to lose a couple pounds. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I think this is one thing that Florida didn't do with him. They should have taken some charge in that a little bit. He was a very good run defender. Mm. If he was just a little more nimble, he would have been very good.
Yeah.
And you kind of just you can be fat, you can be 400 pounds.
Yeah. Weird. Weird on them.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Weird situation. Hopefully he is good though.
Yeah, I think he'll.
Big ass, man.
He's big.
How many White Claws?
Next team.
All right, yeah. So I think the Buccaneers will be good. Anyway, so we're on our last division, and we're gonna start off with the Arizona Cardinals, a team that I think took a big jump on defense this year. You get Josh Sweat, signed him to a big deal, and he had juice, and obviously he showed out big in the Super Bowl. But then you traded for Baron Browning, so with the expectation that you're going to re-sign him, and I like the contract that they got him on. He's another boomer bust guy for the Broncos that just kind of never really panned out. I really like Calais Campbell, who is just gonna have to show me he's not good because he's just been good every year. It's pretty weird. Like, I think he just might be good this year. So
even though he's old,
even though he's not supposed to be, he might be good this year for some reason. Dalvin Tomlinson, Giants legend.
Hell yeah.
Whatever happened to him? Why is he not that good?
Well, he played for the Browns, so that's probably it.
Oh, okay. And then, that answers that. But they signed Zay Jones. I am, you're betting a lot on the Marvin Harrison Jr. Jump, which you need desperately, man. Because, him being the receiver one is what was supposed to bring
that and
Kyler
Trey
Screw
McBride
back.
actually gets in the fucking end zone.
Yeah, he's awesome. Just
He's
not
amazing.
in the end zone.
Just, I don't know, 1,200 yards, one touchdown?
Their draft is everyone that you know. They drafted almost everyone that you know. Denzel Burke, Cody
They just
Simon.
went Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State guys, which hopefully, fun with Marvin Harrison. But I do like Cody Simon a lot. Denzel Burke, I think he might just be designated to special teams, not that good. Will Johnson in the second round, obviously. I think a lot of people flagged him medically, so we'll see if that is as bad as we think. If not, I mean, you and me had him as a top 10 pick. I thought the Raiders, if he was healthy, I would have been like, Raiders should take him instead of Ginty, just because I thought he was that good at corner. He was my CB1.
I think healthy he is the CB1.
Yeah, healthy he is the CB1.
I think the injury is worse than we all know.
Yeah,
so.
and it looks like it could be career defining. If not, man, you got the CB1, and then also you got Walter Nolan, who you and me really like, just from the pass rush upside, how nimble he was in the middle. I was surprised that they got him.
Yeah, they really took an emphasis on defense here too.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted one offensive player in the 6th round, just a guard from Texas, Hayden Connor, but they really went at what their weaknesses are this year. With just really helping especially the DBs.
A good defensive coach too.
Yeah, that too. And obviously, hopefully, Walter Nolan's like a big, steady guy. And that
Max Melton in the backfield already.
I always liked him too. Yeah. I wanted the Giants to
Buda Baker. I think really interesting offseason for them. Hopefully, them focusing on defense too much doesn't hurt them. I know that, you're thinking, Paris Campbell's like a franchise tackle, so you're hoping he jumps up. I didn't say Paris Johnson, damn it.
Yeah, I was like,
Paris Campbell. Anyway, Mike, on to the Los Angeles Rams. So the big thing, Matthew Stafford apparently has been hurt. They restructured his contract. He's been hurt. That could just be training camp news, so we'll see. But if they are heading into the season where Jimmy Garoppolo plays more than 4 games, they might be fucked. That being said,
that's 4 games you're losing.
Taking that out, 4 games you're losing. Taking that out, love the Devontae Adams signing. His game is gonna age gracefully. Yeah, and also re-signing Tutu Atwell, who's been very solid for them this whole time. Re-signing Alaric Jackson, Quessenberry, signed him. Getting Puna Ford in the middle, big deal. Love that. Akila Witherspoon re-signing him.
London Tipton was very happy about that too.
Yeah, London Tipton was happy about that. You lose Cooper Kupp, who really didn't do much for you. You're expecting the Devontae Adams taking that spot, and then also, Puka. You should just start tweaking the Puka jump. Already, he looked really good his rookie year, and he was really good last year.
Just needs to stay healthy.
You got Terrace Ferguson, and you obviously got another first-round pick. You did that. They did the Falcons trade, so 10 out of 10 draft, honestly, just for that. And then you get Josiah Stewart, who's probably just going to be. I really liked him. He's going to be fun. You get Terrace Ferguson. But it all rides on if Matthew Stafford is healthy this year.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Rams, Big Mike?
I think, like you said, Matthew Stafford just needs to stay healthy, which he's. He's a top 6 quarterback. 7, something like that. You got your steady guy there. Obviously, he's aging, so the health is going to become an issue at some point, and you really don't have the backup plan.
Yeah.
So, kind of have that issue. And like you said earlier, Jimmy Garoppolo playing more than 4 games, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, they did a lot of kind of replacing Kupp with the Devontae Adams, which honestly is probably better because he's probably a better player at this point, unless Cooper Kupp just rekindles fucking 22.
That'd be awesome.
But just it's a weird division now because who knows if the Cardinals are on the up, and then you've got the 49ers hopefully stay healthy and just they'll probably run away with the division if they're healthy, but the Rams can make some noise.
They're my favorite. If Stafford's healthy and if Devontae Adams just was what he was last year, I like them a lot because Devontae Adams is like the receiver number 2. Like Puka was that good last year.
It really banks on health.
Yeah.
So, for both these teams, these last two, it's just really it's a big key here. But,
and the reasons why the Rams got Puka in the draft in the first place was because of health concerns. So that's not like it's not like he's immune to that either. He plays like a fucking maniac too. Yeah,
but then big LeBron glazer.
Huh?
He loves LeBron.
Yeah, you are right. Good for him, man.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. Anyway, so the San Francisco 49ers, their big story was they signed Brock Purdy, which I think is an overpay. I think Mike thinks is an overpay. Either way, it just had to be done. The way the quarterback world is.
53 a year.
Whew.
What the fuck?
Whew.
The quarterback market's falling apart.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think.
Well, they did get Mac Jones too on the margins, so.
Never mind, it's all fixed.
Yeah.
No, but I think this is a real we're in an epidemic here with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We saw Dak get $60 million.
Yeah.
A year. That fucked everything up.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're seeing guys like this. I like Brock Purdy. He's a solid quarterback. I just don't see him being a ceiling raiser. He's a floor raiser, not a ceiling raiser.
Yeah.
He'll bring you to the Super Bowl, but he's not going to play good in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So especially elite defenses. We saw, I can't even use that game because the game he got hurt in against the Eagles.
Yeah.
That I can't use that. But when he played the Chiefs, last year?
Mm-hmm.
It was he was okay.
Yeah.
There's some times he looks like an idiot.
That's not the guy you give $53 million.
Yeah, that's not a guy you give You give $53 million to Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, those guys, Lamar. Those are the guys you give 53, not.
Fuck it, even Dak, man. Dak's better than him.
Yeah, not Shedeur Sanders, 5 years in white.
Yeah.
5 years older than white. It's just, I'm sorry, but maybe Brock Purdy.
Dude, everyone, this is a disaster. I think the episode might end here. Mike, do you want to do the outro while I try to figure out how to get our shit?
Alright, so basically, fuck the Seahawks because we don't have time for that.
They traded Gino. Do you guys remember that?
They traded Gino. You know what? Solo Mike this part. Let's just. I might try to finish this up. Jackson's computer is fucked up right now. So, I'm just going to give a quick rundown. Re-signed Drew Lock. Not the big quarterback move, totally. No, they signed Sam Darnold 3 years, 100.5. So, 55 mil guaranteed, 37 a year. Hopefully he keeps what he did last year and just plays good again. Got the Cooper Kupp deal. Solid, kind of just hopefully he can kind of get back to form a little bit. Signed Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Fine. 5.5 years, DeMarcus Lawrence, nice big edge piece on the defensive side next to Leonard Williams. Now you can just have a little more juice on the defensive side and edge rushing actually finally. And then, Jonathan Hankins, Shaquille Griffin, just kind of you signed Michael Dixon to 4 years, 16 mil.
I have an idea. A ridiculously good idea.
Got the punter back.
I have an idea. Keep talking, Mike. Fuck!
I think this team is one of the on the out in terms of their division. I think losing Gino is big. I don't know if I see Sam Darnold keeping this magic he had last year, but who knows? I'm be worried about them against the Rams and the Niners if those teams stay healthy, and especially in playoff runs. I don't see them going very far. But Could be fun. They drafted Milroe in the draft, which I was very excited about. One of my favorite players in this draft. I kind of wanted the Giants to take him. Big project, obviously. He's not very accurate. Kind of the Anthony Richardson archetype, a little bit. Just physical freak, but not a great thrower of the football. Just strong arm. And, I'm trying to remember their whole draft because I'm sorry. Been out of the loop for football a little bit. But come on. Oh yeah, took Gray Zabel in the first round. Very good offensive guard in this draft. Love Gray Zabel. Jackson's trying some fuck shit.
I'm trying some fuck shit.
And then Nick Emenwari in the second round. One of my favorite players in this draft in general. Like I love Nick Emenwari. I think he kind of fell a little bit to my standards. I had him first pick overall, but okay. So that's my Mel Kiper impersonation. Anyway, the draft's like solid. Picked up Damian Martinez out of Miami. Solid running back. I don't know if he really cracks this group, but
I did it.
Jackson may have fixed this.
I may have. This may take several seconds.
But I think this team, like I said, probably not going to make a run. Probably won't be the favorite in the NFC West. But who knows? And with that is our NFC offseason outlook review of what teams have done in these past 5-6 months now. And now we are just weeks away from actual NFL football, not just the Hall of Fame game.
You're good. Just keep going.
I'm trying.
This is actually impressive.
I'm trying to remember the date. What days the season start? No.
What?
September 4th. September 4th, baby. Cowboys-Eagles, day one. NFL season. I'm hyped. I don't sound hyped. I'm kind of tired and I have a headache. I'm sorry. But I'm hyped. Jackson's over here trying to recover his half. So this might not even be in the video. Who knows?
No, I'm not editing.
Well, I'm saying if you don't have the audio, then we don't.
No, I have it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it. I saved our asses, Mike.
Okay, good shit. You saved your ass because
It was the whole pod.
Nope.
I guess
we would have lost millions of dollars off of
We
this.
would have used it, but it would have been shitty. And I don't want to do that we were like an hour 15 in. That would have sucked.
Yeah, that's true. But, do you want to talk about the Luka thing real quick?
You talk about it while I try to figure this out.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
Well,
This is basically
Mike versus the world.
Mike versus the world.
That's the new segment name.
Mike versus the world. Still, Mike was such a good, bro. Give me my flowers for that.
It was good. I like this one, though. Let me make my own name, okay? Don't take control of me. I'm my own independent woman. All right. Anyway, Luka Doncic signed a extension with the Lakers finally after this weird fucking season that he just had. Obviously, I didn't really expect him not to sign an extension, but the Mavs fucked him out of his money by trading him. I need to refresh my memory on the actual terms of this extension. 5 years, 165. No, 3 year, 165. Sorry. So that's 50. I know. I thought it was mine. No, it's yours. That's 55 a year. And as they kind of transition into this Luka era of Lakers basketball, it's a good start, I think getting LeBron off the books probably next year will be huge. Obviously, as a fan of just the NBA in general, that'll be kind of sad for a lot of us. But as a Laker fan, hopefully that they can, as Lakers fans, not me, would hope they can probably try to start actually rebuilding a team that is a championship contender. And, it's a good start. I'm still shocked he's a Laker, to be honest with you. But
talk about that. Can you believe that?
Damn, he's a Laker.
You guys know Luka got traded?
Damn, Luka got traded. Micah Parsons got traded to the Lakers.
Micah Parsons is the Laker. Imagine he goes to like the Rams or the Chargers.
It'd be rigged again.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's it. You know, it was fun. We're here. This is. Should I give them the sneak peek of what's happening?
Yeah.
It's the last episode in the Cincy crew. Probably should have said that at the beginning, but we didn't. Last episode, Cincy crew.
Magic. Hey, everyone! I saved the fucking podcast, by the way.
I'm saving it right now by actually doing stuff.
Yeah,
By actually working, you know. I'm kidding. No, but but last episode of in the Cincy house or apartment, we are taking a slight. I think it'll probably just be a week hiatus. I guess.
You know, I think I'll upload this one first, and I'll do the AFC one second since we covered news in this one.
Okay.
And then we have the AFC one coming out next week.
We have. Oh, okay. Fuck me, I guess.
Keep going, Mike.
We have probably a week, maybe two hiatus, just depending on stuff. You know, we're moving. We're moving in together. We will. Yeah, we will be. Yeah, exactly. We will be moving into an apartment in Indianapolis in 3 weeks, right?
If you listen to this and you're in Indy, I know that's fucking odd, but come hang.
Come hang, come meet the boys. You know, we will be looking for friends and shit.
Dynasty Fantasy Football League, there's one spot.
There's one spot, but we will be looking for new people to meet. You know, yeah. We appreciate all you guys for this early. This is the worst this podcast is going to be, okay? We're just going to put that up out front now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right. And just like that, Jack's on FaceTime, so I'm going to end it here.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Left bench.
Yeah.
We out.
You hear
Peace.
me?